Act 5, Scene 1, a churchyard. Enter two gravediggers with shovels.
Is she to be buried in Christian burial that willfully seeks her own salvation?
I tell thee, she is, and therefore make her grave straight. The corner finds it Christian burial.
How can that be, unless she drowned herself in her own defense?
Why, 'tis fine so.
It must be, it cannot be else. For here lies the point. If I drown myself wittingly, it argues an act, and an act hath three branches. It is, to act, to do, to perform. Argal, she drowned herself wittingly.
Nay, but here you good man delivers.
Give me leave. Here lies the water. Good. Here stands the man. Good. If the man go to this water and drown himself, it is, will he, nil he goes. Mark you that. But if the water come to him and drown him, he drowns not himself. Argal. He that is not guilty of his own death shortens not his own life.
If this has not been a good gentlewoman, would she have a Christian burial?
I'll put another question to thee.
Go to.
What is he that builds stronger than either the mason, the shipwright, or the carpenter?
The gallows maker, for that frame outlines 1,000 tents. Whatever.
I like thy wit well, in good faith. The gallows does well, but how does it well? It does well to those that do in. Now, thou dost still to say the gallows is built stronger than the church. Argal, the gallows may do well to thee. To it again. Come.
Who builds stronger than a mason and a shipwright or a carpenter?
Aye, tell me that.
Marry now, I can tell.
To it.
Mass, I cannot tell.
Enter Hamlet and Horatio at a distance.
Cudgel thy brains no more about it, for your dull ass will not mend his pace with beating. And when you are asked this question next, say, a grave maker, the houses that he makes last till doomsday. Go, get thee to yon, and fetch me a stoup of liquor.
Exit second gravedigger. First graver digs and sings.
Baby, don't fear the reaper, baby, take my hand. Don't fear the reaper, you will be able to fly. Don't fear the reaper.
Has this fellow no feeling of his business that he sings at grave making?
Custom hath made it in him a property of easiness.
Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper, baby, take my hand. Don't fear the reaper, we'll be able to fly. Don't fear the reaper, baby, I'm your man.
He throws up a skull.
That skull had a tongue in it and could sing once. How the knave jowls it to the ground as if it were Cain's jawbone that did the first murder.
'Tis the way of it, my lord.
Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper, we'll be able to fly.
Throws up another skull.
Whose grave is this, sirrah?
Mine, sir.
I think it be thine indeed, for thou liest in it.
Well, for my part, I do not lie in it, and yet it is mine.
Thou dost lie in it, to be in it and say it is thine. 'Tis for the dead, not for the quick, therefore thou liest.
'Tis a quick lie, sir. 'Twill away gain from me to you.
What man dost thou dig it for?
For no man, sir.
What woman, then?
For none neither.
Who is to be buried in it?
One that was a woman, sir, but rest her soul, she's dead.
How absolute the knave is! We must speak by the card, or equivocation will undo us. How long hast thou been a grave maker?
Of all the days in the year, I came to it that day that our last king, Hamlet, overcame Fortinbras.
How long is that since?
Cannot you tell that? Every fool can tell that. It was the very day the young Hamlet was born, he that is mad, and sent into England.
Ay, marry. Why was he sent into England?
Why? Because he was mad. He shall recover his wits there, or, if he do not, it's no great matter there.
Why?
'Twill not be seen in him there. There the men are as mad as he.
How long will a man lie the earth ere he rot?
In faith, if he be not rotten before he die, as we have many pocky courses nowadays, that will scarce hold the laying in. He will last you some 8 year or 9 year. A tanner will last you a 9 year.
Why he more than another?
Why, sir, his hide is so tanned with this trade that he will keep our water a great while, and your water is a sore decayer of your horse and dead body. Here's a skull now. This skull has lain in the earth 23 years.
Whose was it?
A horse and mad fellows it was. Whose do you think it was?
Nay, I know not.
A pestilence on him for a mad rogue. Poured a flagon of reddish on my head once. This same skull, sir, was Yorick's skull, the king's jester.
This?
In that,
Let me see.
Hamlet takes the skull.
Alas, poor Yorick! I knew him, Horatio, a fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. He hath borne me on his back 1,000 times, and now how abhorred in my imagination it is! My gorge rims at it. Here hung those lips that I have kissed I know not how oft. Where be your jibes now, your gambols, your songs, your flashes of merriment that were wont to set the table on a roar? Not one now to mock your own grinning. Quite chapfallen. Now get you to my lady's chamber, and tell her, let her paint an inch thick. To this favor she must come. Make her laugh at that. But soft aside, here comes the king.
Enter priest and company. In procession, the corpse of Ophelia, Laertes, and mourners following. King Claudius, Queen Gertrude, Osric, and their trains.
The queen, the courtiers. Who is this they follow? Couch we a while and mark.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest.
Retiring with Horatio. First gravedigger climbs from the grave, removes his hat, and waits a respectable distance. The procession halts, and Ophelia's corpse is laid beside the grave.
Lay her in the earth, and from her fair and unpolluted flesh may violets spring. I tell thee, churlish priest, a ministering angel shall my sister be when thou liest howling.
What? The fair Ophelia?
Sweets to sweets, farewell.
Gertrude scatters flowers.
I hoped thou shouldst have been my Hamlet's wife. I thought thy bride bed to have decked, sweet maid, and not to have strewn thy grave.
Hold off the earth awhile, till I have caught her once more in mine arms.
Laertes leaps into the grave.
What is he whose grief bears such an emphasis? This is I, Hamlet the Dane!
Hamlet leaps into the grave,
The devil take thy soul!
grappling with him.
Thou prayest not well. I prithee take thy fingers from my throat. This being something dangerous, which let thy wisest fear. Hold up thy hand.
Pluck them asunder.
Hamlet! Hamlet!
Gentlemen!
Gentlemen.
My lord, be quiet.
The attendants part them, and they come out of the grave.
Why, I will fight with him upon this theme until my eyelids will no longer wag.
Oh, my son, what theme?
I left Ophelia. 40,000 brothers could not, with all their quantity of love, make up my sum. What wilt thou do for her?
Oh, he is mad, Laertes.
For love of God, forbear him.
Show me what thou to do, I'll do it. Dost thou come here to whine, to outface me with leaping in her grave? Be buried quick with her, and so will I. I'll rant as well as thou.
This is mere madness.
Hear you, sir, I loved you ever. But it is no matter. Let Hercules himself do what he may. The cat will mew, and the dog will have his day.
Exit Hamlet.
I pray you, good Horatio, wait upon him.
Exit Horatio.
Good Gertrude, set some watch over your son.
Gertrude and her attendants exit. Claudius says to Laertes,
Strengthen your patience in last night's speech. We'll put the matter to the present push. This grave shall have a living monument. An hour of quiet shortly shall we see. Till then, in patience our proceeding be.
exeunt all but first gravedigger. Second gravedigger returns with liquor, hands it off. They sit beside the grave and drink as the lights fade.